A Wisconsin teenager has been charged on more than a dozen counts in connection to a bonfire explosion that burned at least 17 people. Our sister station in Green Bay tells us prosecutors in Shawano County charged 18-year-old Sam Armstrong with 13 counts of injury by negligent handling of explosives or fire. That explosion back on October 14th in Pulaski. Armstrong, who was 17 at the time, apparently threw a barrel filled with a gasoline diesel mixture into the fire that is listed in the criminal complaint. A judge set Armstrong's signature bond at $100,000. He's due back in court September 13th.